Hello all. Today we will discuss about pointer. So what is pointer? Pointer is nothing. It is just used to store the address of the other variable as a value. For example, you just need to understand that each and every variable has the two things. So every variable has two things. One is that is value. Another is that is address. For example, I have the variable that is integer number is equal to 50. So you can say that this 50 is the value of this variable number. But this number variable has also an address. So what we are usually doing in scanf, we are writing like this: scanf percentage d ampersand number. Why ampersand number? Because at this address we want to store the value. So what happened in this case? User entered, for example, that the number is equal to, for example, 75. Then address of this number has the value that will be 75. So what happened in this case? I just assign the value that is number is equal to 50. Now if user enter the value that is number is equal to, for example, 100, then the address of this number will not be changed, but the value will be changed. So each and every variable has two things, that is the content and another is the address. Now let's come to the point, that is what is pointer. So very simple. For example, this number is equal to 50. Then you can say that this number is equal to 50 is the value. But this number has the some address. So what happened internally? This is, for example, you can say this is the variable number. Right. So this number has the value that is, for example, you can say 50. So 50 is the value of this number variable. And for example, I am writing here that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the address of variable number. And this 50 is the value of this number. Then what pointer is doing? Here you can simply declare the variable that is integer pointer p. Now you can just store the address of this number. It means this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you can store into the pointer variable. So you can simply write here p is equal to address of number. So whenever you write p is equal to address of number, then this address will be stored in the pointer variable as a value, like the 50 is stored in a number. So what happened? This my p is the variable. So you can say that this p is my pointer variable. This pointer variable has the value that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my value of a pointer variable, and which is the address of the number variable. But as we discussed, each and every variable has the two things, value and address. Then this pointer variable also have the address. For example, this pointer variable has the address that is 67890. So this is the address of this pointer variable. Now, what is the wonderful thing? Whenever you just print this p, so if you just print p, for example, if you are writing printf percentage d and p, whenever you print p, it will print the content of p. It means it returns the value that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it means whenever you write access the pointer variable, it returns the address of this number, right? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But whenever you write pointer p, this is known as an indirection operator. Whenever you print the pointer p, then it returns the value stored at this address. It means this p has the value, that is the value is the address of this variable number. Whenever you write pointer p, it will retrieve the value stored at this address. And this address value stored is 50. Now pointer variable has a capability to change the value of the variable. Why? Because pointer variable is storing the address. So you can change also. For example, if you write pointer p is equal to, and if you write here that is 100, then what happened? At pointer p is equal to 100, it means p has the value that is 1 2 3 4 5. Address at this address value is 50. Now whenever you write pointer p is equal to 100, then what happened? Your value at this address will be changed. So this number value will become, instead of 50, it will become 100. Simple, right? So this is what the pointer variable is. Each and every variable has the two things, the value and the address. Even one more thing, that is what? That is, even you can store the address of the pointer variable also. For example, and that pointer is known as a double pointer. So pointer which points to the pointer, it is known as a pointer to pointer. So for example, I have this pointer variable p. Now I want to store the address of pointer in another variable, right? So I'm just declaring another variable over here, and that variable is q. And in this q, I want to store the value. I want to store the as a value address of the pointer variable, right? So address of the pointer variable is 67890. So you can simply create the variable over here. This variable is known as a double pointer. For that, you need to use here, that is integer pointer q. And here you can simply write integer pointer q is equal to address of pointer. So what happened? Your address of pointer will be stored into the variable that is q. So now the address of pointer will be stored in the variable q. Now this q variable also have some address. For example, 18923. So this q variable also have some address. Now what I want to do? I want to access the value. What happens, students? Please see carefully. Whenever you write number, it will print 100. Whenever you write P, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever you print Q, it will print 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. In short, whenever you print any variable, then it simply prints the content. This is the content, that is the 100 is the content of number variable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the content of the P variable, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 is the content of the Q variable. In short, you can say these are the values of this variable. Now what happens, see, whenever you write over here, that is number, it will definitely print the 100. But if you write P, then it will print the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you write pointer P, then it will point to the variable which store at this address. So this address is this, and this address has the value 100. So whenever you write pointer P, the value 100 will be printed. Now wonderful thing is what? Whenever you write pointer Q, right? Whenever you write Q, it will simply print the address of Q. But whenever you write pointer Q, then it will print the value stored at this address. So 67890 is this. At this address, the value stored is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever you write pointer Q, then it will print the value of the pointer 1. But if you print over here, that is a star Q, then it will print the value of this number. Why? Because whenever you write star Q, it will print the value point to this address, and at this address the value is 100. So that is the reason why the value 100 will be pointed over here. This is the double pointer, you can say, that is a Q has the value that is 67890. At this address the value available is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this address, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, value available over here, that is 100. And this type of concept is known as a pointer to pointer. Let's jump into the theory first, then we will see one demonstration for the same. So what is pointer? Pointer is also known as a variable. So you can say pointer are the variable that contain memory address as their value. Referencing a value through the pointer is known as a indirection. For example, if you look carefully over here, then pointer is the variable that's storing the address, right? That is the first point over here. And referencing the value, for example, if you are writing that is pointer p, so you are just referencing the value stored at this address, that is 1 2 3 4 5, and the value is 100. So referencing is a value through a pointer is known as an indirection, and this star is known as an indirection operator. Address and pointers. What is address? Each variable has the two attributes. If you are declaring any variable, then it has a two attributes. One is the address and another one is the value. The address is the location in the memory. In that location, the value is stored. And during the lifetime of the variable, the address is not changed, but the value may be changed. What is pointer? Pointer is a variable whose value is an address. So what we can say that the pointer is the variable whose value is an address. For example, this pointer has the value that is 1 2 3 4 5. Then you can say 1 2 3 4 5 is the address of number variable. So pointer is the variable which has the value and which is the address of the another variable. A pointer to an integer variable that can store the address of the integer, and whenever the pointer to character is there, then it stores the address of the character, and whenever the pointer to float is there, then it stores the address of the float. Pointer can point to only one address at a time, so we can point only one value at a time. So pointer can store only one address. Pointer enable us to access the variable that is defined outside the function. I will give the example for the same. Now let me explain the pictorial representation. This is my variable a, which has the value 5 and the address is 1025. Now this 1025 is stored as a value in the pointer variable. So whenever you print this PTR, it will print the address of this a. But whenever you write star PTR, then it will print the 5. That is the value of a. And this star PTR has the capability to change the value of this variable. This is known as a pointer to pointer. It means pointer which stores the address of the another pointer. For example, here this a has the value 50 and the address is, for example, 5000. This 5000 address is stored as a value in the pointer 1 variable. Now this pointer 1 variable, as we discussed earlier, each and every variable has address. So this pointer 1 has also address, and that is 9000. Now address of this pointer 1 is stored in the another pointer. That concept is known as a pointer to pointer. So what happened in this case? Whenever you print PTR2, it will print 9000. But whenever you print pointer PTR2, then it will print 5000. And whenever you print pointer PTR2, then it will retrieve the 50. And this has the capability to change the value of this a as well as the value of this pointer. So this kind of concept is known as a pointer to pointer. Now let me give you the example that is practically. So let me move to the C editor. Here I'm just declaring one variable, number is equal to 50. Now I'm simply printing this number, that is number is equal to %d, and you can print your number. It will simply print the value of this variable, and that will be 50. See here, number is equal to 50. Now we already discussed that each and every variable has the address. So here you can also print that address is equal to %d, and you can print the address of the number. Now whenever you execute, then it will display that the number is equal to 50 and address of this number is equal to this. Now pointer is the variable. For example, I have one variable and that is pointer p. Now I'm simply doing what? P is equal to address of number. So now this address of number will be the value of pointer variable. So you can simply print P is equal to percentage D and you can print the P. Now what happened in this case? Your P has the same value, that is the address of your number. So number has the value that is 50. But P has the value that is the address of the number. And the address of the number is 6356728. So this is the value of pointer variable. But wonderful thing is what? You can get the value stored at the number using the pointer P. So whenever you want pointer P, so you can write here pointer P is equal to percentage D. And whenever you print the pointer P, it will print the value stored at the number. So at that particular value, so you can check that the P is equal to the value that is the address. That is the address of the number. But whenever you write pointer P, then it will simply print the value stored at this address. And at this address, the value is available, that is 50. So this is the power of pointer. Now, suppose if you think that, sir, I want to store address of this pointer in another pointer. So can we do this? Yes. And for that, you can take another pointer and that pointer is known as a pointer to pointer. So I'm just doing what? Q is equal to, now I'm simply writing that is the address of P. So it means what? The address of the pointer will be stored into the another pointer. So now what happened in this case? Simple. Whenever you print Q is equal to, then it will display the address of the pointer. I'm just displaying here that is the address of P is equal to percentage D. So address of pointer, and I'm just simply printing the value of Q. Both will be same in this moment. So what happens, students? Please see carefully. Here the Q is the variable which has the value. Q is the variable which has the value, that is the address of the pointer variable, and the address of the pointer variable and the Q value both are same. Now what happened? I want to access the value, right? So if you want to access the value, then you can simply write here, let me put all this printf statement in comment so you all get the proper idea. I have written only two statements, and that is what? Pointer having the address of the number and Q has the address of the pointer. So I'm just simply printing the three numbers over here. If you are printing number, then it will print 50. If you are printing P, then it will print the value, that is the address of the number. And if you are printing Q, then it will print the value of Q, that is the address of the P. So whenever you run this, all the value will be different, but you can get the idea that the 50 is stored at this address. This value is stored at this address. So I want the value. So very simple. If you write the pointer P, then what happened in earlier program, students? This 50 is stored at this address. So if you write pointer P, then it will retrieve the value stored at this address. And at this address, the value available is 50. Now, at this address, which value stored? At this address, that is at 24, the value stored is 28. This is the value stored at this address, right? Now, at this address, which value stored? That is 50. So, if you write pointer Q, then you will get the value over here, and that will be 50. It means my Q is the variable which stores the address of the pointer, and pointer is the variable which stores the address of the normal variable. And this is the very simple example. Here you can change the value of your number variable using any value. For example, if you are writing pointer P is equal to 100, then all this value will be 100. And if you are writing pointer Q is equal to 100, then also all the value will be 100. Or if you are writing number is equal to 100, then also all the value will be 100. So this is the power of pointer. Now let me move to the very simple example that a pointer can change the value outside the function. For example, I have a one simple example. See carefully. I have one function that is taste, in which I have only one variable, that is one input, that is integer. So void test is the function which has the number. What I am doing over here? Simply number is equal to number multiplied by 2. So what happened in this case? The value of this number will be changed. Now I'm just declaring one variable over here, that is number is equal to 10. Now I'm calling the function that is taste and I'm passing the number. Now I want to check that what is the before value and what is the after value. So before calling function, number is equal to %d and you can print your number. So what happened? Your number value will be printed. Now you can just copy this and you can print over here that inside the function, what is the value of your number variable. So inside function, number is equal to this. And I want to check what is the value of that number after calling the function, right? So I'm just simply executing the program, and whenever you run this, you will get the idea. Before calling the function, the value is 10. Inside function, what happened? Number is equal to number multiplied by 2. So inside function, it becomes the 20. But outside function, that is the number value is not changed yet. This is known as a call by value. But if you are passing the reference, then outside function can change your actual variable that can be changed. Suppose this is the 10, then you will and inside function if it is 20, then you will get the 20 if it is a call by reference. This is the simple example of call by value. Let me save this particular program and let me save this as demo 2. Now what I want to do? Outside the function, I want to access the value of the variable. So I'm simply passing here, that is integer pointer. So integer pointer is my type, right? So definitely we will write here that is integer pointer. And instead of passing the normal variable, we will pass the address. So what happened? Now value will not be passed, address will be passed. And whenever you change value at that address, then the value will definitely change over here. So if you want to access the pointer variable, you just need to write pointer number is equal to pointer number multiply by 2, and inside the function you can print pointer number. But this function will do what? This is known as a call by reference. Whenever you run this, you will get the output over here. Before calling the function, it is 10. But after calling, it is 20. Why? Because inside function, it is changed. And if you look carefully, then what happened? This is the number that is passed over here. The value that is processed over here, that is on the pointer variable. It means at this address, the value is changed. And if at this address, the value is changed, then the actual value will be changed. So this is the concept that you can say that the call by reference. Pointer can deal with the call by reference. Now I want to give you another example for the call by value and call by reference. Let me save this particular program. I'm just saving this program as demo 3. What I want to do, I just want to swap the two variables. So I'm just writing here integer a comma integer b. Whenever you want to swap the two variables, right? I'm just writing here number 1 is equal to 10, number 2 is equal to 20. I want to change the value, that is I want that the number 1 is equal to 20 and number 2 is equal to 10. In short, I want to just swap the numbers. So you can just pass both number over here, number 1 comma number 2. Before calling the function, number 1 is equal to what and number 2 is equal to what, that you can print over here, number 1, number 2. You can pass both the number and here you can print number 2 is equal to percentage D, number 1 comma number 2. Now what we want to do? Here I'm just changing that the number 1 integer number 2, or you can declare the different formal parameter also, integer a comma integer b. Instead of test, we will just make it over here, that is a swap. We want to change the variable, so I'm just taking one variable over here, that is integer temporary is equal to a is equal to b is equal to temporary, and inside the function you can print number 1 is equal to percentage D, number 2 is equal to percentage D. You can print the variable number 1 comma number 2. Here you can just write number 1 and number 2. Now you can simply run your program. What happens? See, what I need to do? I just need to print here, that is A and B. Whenever you simply run this particular code, you will be able to get the idea what happens. See, number 1 and number 2, that is the 10 and 20. Inside function both number are swapped, that is 20 and 10. But outside the function it is not swapped. If you want to swap the outside the function also, then you can take the help of the pointer. So instead of passing the actual value, you can pass the address. You can simply save this particular program, demo 4. Instead of passing the value, we will pass the pointer. So here, instead of passing the value, we will pass the address. So address will be passed and we will get the value using the pointer. So whenever you get the value, you can write indirection operator, that is star. So you can write pointer A is equal to pointer B. Here you can write pointer B is equal to temp. Here you can simply print pointer A and pointer B. You can simply build and run. Whenever you run this, now what happened? Before calling it is the 10 and 20. Inside it is 2010 and outside also it is changed. It means pointer can change the value of the variable outside the function if the pointer have the address of that particular variable. So this is the power of the pointer. How to declare the pointer? So very simple. If it is a file, then you can write file pointer. If it is an integer pointer, then you can write integer pointer IP. If it is a character pointer, then you can write character pointer. And if it is a float pointer, then you can declare the float pointer. Float pointer can point to the floating point value. Integer pointer can point to the integer point value. What is indirection and reference variable? Simple. Star is known as a indirection operator which gives the content, and ampersand is known as a reference operator which gives the address. Whenever you write star and ampersand both, then it will always cancel to each other. Let me give the example for the same. For example, I have the very new program, that is demo 5.c. Now I'm simply declaring here one variable and I'm writing here, that is integer number is equal to, for example, 10. Now I'm writing here, that is integer pointer p is equal to address of number. Now whenever you write printf percentage d, and if you write here that is the p, then it will give the value of pointer variable, and that is the address of number. Whenever you write star p, then what it will do? It will give the content. You can say that the content is available over here, that is the at the pointer, the content available over here, that is 10. So whenever you write star p, then at that particular address, what is the value available? That is 10. And whenever you write over here, that is ampersand. So now the address of 10 will be displayed, and address of 10 is stored as a value in a pointer variable. So both are same. If you are printing only P, then also you will get the same result, right? So star ampersand P and P both are same. In short, star and ampersand are cancelled to each other. So you can say star ampersand P is equal to P. Both are same. So this is what the simple pointer is. So that's it from my side. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.